Hello, YouTube friends. Dustin Bellinger here, and going to talk about latest addition to the Hall of Fame autograph collection. Went to a local card show at the mall this past weekend. I had asked my youngest son, because he's normally the one that likes to go to those with me, my 10-year-old, and he was like, no, didn't want to go this time. And so I asked my 16-year-old, it's like, hey, do you want to go? And he's like, yeah, I think so. And so just the two of us went. I had the intention that I wasn't really going to spend very much. I had about 40, maybe close to $50 worth of cash in my wallet. And I said, well, we'll see what we could find. My son that was coming with me, he said that he wanted to try and find a Brett Maher card. Brett Maher's currently a kicker with the Rams, I believe. But he's also been a Cowboy and was with the Broncos and some other teams during his career. Reason for his interest is Brett Maher's a former University of Nebraska kicker, but he also attended high school at Kearney High School, which is here in central Nebraska where we live, and it's the same school that my son's attending, and he's playing high school football for the same team that Brett played for when he was in high school, and so he kind of thought it would be cool to have a card of him. We kind of went around, and I knew we'd probably be able to find one. Went by the booth for the local card shop in town. Sure enough, he had an autograph priced at like $35. Just told him, hey, and he's like, oh, I only got 24. I said, I tell you what, you see if he'll take 30 and I'll loan you the other 6. And he was like, okay. And he, guy knows me and done plenty of deals with me in the past. He was willing to come down on it. So he made the deal with my son. Then after that, started looking around, just trying to see what there was to be had. Went to one of the dealers I've purchased several things from in the past. It's like, what are you looking for today? And it's like, man, I don't know. I'm just always looking for something I haven't seen before. And he's like, I got some interesting stuff. He's still getting stuff laid out. We're still early on in the show getting set up. And he goes, hey, here's something I bet you haven't seen. And he pulled out a kind of it was a aftermarket kind of customization to a Pro Set card. And it's a player that a friend of mine here in the community super collects. I'm not going to show the card. I want to let him kind of do his thing when he receives it. But I was like, man, that was pretty cool. I purchased that relatively inexpensively for something that, never would have seen before. And it was like, all right, feeling pretty good about the show so far, and I haven't bought a single thing for myself. It's like, well, maybe I won't buy anything for myself this time. But that is kind of making my way through. I stop at another booth and I see this beautiful thing right here. And it's not marked in the display case. I'm like, what's your asking price on that? And he's like, I've got to figure that out. And he also had an Ichiro from the same set sitting next to it. I was like, interested in one or the other. Let me know what your price is. And I'm expecting that I'm going to have to walk away from it. It's going to be just too expensive. And, you know, he's trying to come up with pricing, and he decides that he wants $150 for this Rivera auto. And I'm glad it was a 9 and wasn't rated a 10, because he probably would have wanted twice as much or more for it. But since it was a 9, he was more reasonable than I was expecting. I was like, and so I thought long and hard on this, and because I didn't come prepared to spend that much, and I was like, all right, can I pay you via PayPal? Because I don't have that much cash on me. And he was willing to accept the PayPal payment. And I ended up buying it. My son was kind of impressed. He's a Yankees fan, so he thought it was pretty cool. Card is numbered out of 25. Sorry, there's been so much glare here and shadow reflection. Yeah. And yeah, my camera work is just not doing this card much justice at all. But there you go. That's a pretty good image there of what a clean, nice autograph this is. Did not have card or an auto of him in the collection, so another one off the list. I just did a summary video on my Hall of Fame auto collection, so I can't remember. It's over 100, I think, Hall of Famers. But anyway, that's been long enough for a one card video. I will catch you all later. Bye now.